Hi guys, today's video is going to be a lot of fun. So normally when I travel, I keep a journal of what we did on our travels. And then the next time we travel, I read that journal entry. I've started a series here on my YouTube channel called the Campfire Diaries. And that's where we sit and we read those journal entries. Well, I'm currently not traveling for obvious reasons. We are all kind of stuck in this situation where we're staying at home, social distancing. I was supposed to be traveling, but sadly, no. So instead, we're going to make believe. We are going to get a little escape from reality, and we're going to pretend today. I'm going to do a blanket fort, but I'm going to do it photographer style. Because I'm a photographer and I have photography equipment, I thought it would be really fun to take my backdrop stand and one of my backdrops, and we're going to make a tent out of it. We're going to do a little fort, blanket style fort, but with photographer equipment. So that'll be fun. Doing it here in my living room. I'm also going to use like couch cushions and tables and random things around the living room to help make it structure. And then we're going to get inside the little tent and I'll read my travel journal for you guys so we can relive the travels I did back in November of 2019, where we did a road trip through Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I believe there's 8 days of journal entries. And because I'm doing this like as a photographer edition of a blanket fort, I'm going to also include some photos for each day of the journal entries that I read to you to kind of go with what I talked about in that entry. So there'll be a little photo slideshow for each day. Why not? Let's get to this. I'm going to switch to GoPro and we're going to do a little time lapse setting up the blanket fort or backdrop fort, whatever you want to call it. I could bring in my tent. We do have an actual tent for camping, but it's still dirty from the last time we went camping, and I don't want to bring that into the house, especially now when we're trying to get everything clean. So, blanket fort it is. I'm inside the blanket fort. Oh my god, this is so hilarious. I haven't done this since I was a kid. Wow. So I don't have an actual fire. It's way, way too hot to make a fire in the fireplace. So I'm using my little Philips Hue, the Hue Go, the portable lamp, set to a nice orangey color to pretend like it's fire, because today is all about make-believe. I have my coffee. I also have some water, and this is also a solar light, so that'll help. And I have my headlamp as well to help me with reading. I put my bear hat on because I thought that would be really cute to kind of go with the whole roar, I'm a bear camping theme, but wow, it's hot in here. So the hat, I'm going to take a quick selfie, and then the hat has to go. And then we're going to go back to GoPro, and I'm going to read my travel journal for you guys. This is so much fun. Welcome to my blanket fort. I love this backdrop. It's kind of a cloud, marbly blue and white. So looking up makes us feel like we're outside almost. It's kind of neat. Shorty's in here with me. This is the first time you've gone camping. Right? At least with us. I don't know what happened before we got you. All right, Shorty. No, stay out of my coffee. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so curious. All right, I'm going to read my journal now. This is Campfire Diaries Series number 2. So I did my first series back in November while I was in a cabin in Moab, and I read journal entries from our trip that we did when we went to Yosemite. I'm going to start doing this every time I travel. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, I'm not able to travel because of the virus and social distancing that's going on right now in the world. So we're pretending. Let's see, where do we want to be pretending that we're at, Shorty? Pretend that we're at Mount Hood. We're camping in Mount Hood. Sound good? All right. Here we go. Fall Road Trip Diaries, Day 1, November 1, 2019. Picked up car rental at 9 a.m. from Hertz. Quick in and out, no problems. Helps to RSVP and prepay online. They gave us a Kia Optima. Our first stop was on Mount Hood, at Timberline Lodge for some quick photos of the mountain. Next stop was PS Ogden Overlook for gorgeous views of Crooked River. Stopped at Smith Rock and the Painted Hills. Holy smokes, that place was all sorts of beautiful. Quick stop at Sheep Rock, Mescal Overlook, and a little store in Dayville, Oregon that had an Old West facade for photo ops. On the highway toward our hotel in John Day, we stopped to help a young kid who had just hit a deer by accident with his truck. The deer ran out in the road and he couldn't stop in time. Really, Shorty? She went and got one of her tennis balls that used to squeak, but it no longer squeaks, and so now it just makes this horrible thump, thump, thump sound. Carry on. It's fine. As long as you're happy. Where was I? We made sure he was okay and got him to a friend's home safe. Made it to our hotel in John Day for the night. America's best quality inn. So tired, but had a really great first day of adventures and making memories. Now to clean up, put on my jammies, and hopefully sleep well. Good night. Drove a total of 290 miles today. Day 2, November 2nd, 2019. Woke up early, packed up everything back into the car, then went and had hotel breakfast. It has been a very long time since I've had a bowl of Fruit Loops cereal. After a carb-loaded breakfast and some much-needed coffee, we checked out of the John Day Hotel and hit the road. Today's drive will be a long one. We are entering Idaho with stops at Shoshone Falls and the Evel Knievel jump site, then back on the road to head to Utah. Final destination for today will be Salt Lake City, Utah. Drive time from John Day, Oregon to Salt Lake City, Utah is 8.5 hours. Wow. I've been crocheting mini Harry Potter scarves along the drive that I plan to turn into holiday ornaments when we get back home next week. Shoshone Falls was incredible. We hiked a canyon trail to see the Evel Knievel jump site from a distance and then back on the road. Driving the highway from Idaho to Utah and ... we get pulled over by a police. Dang it. We were speeding a few over the limit and the officer told us to slow things down for him and for me to keep Pete in line. Just gave us a verbal warning and a have a nice day. Whew, sigh of relief. That was a moment. LOL. Thanks for not giving us a speeding ticket as an Idaho State souvenir. Back on the road, paying more attention to speed signs and cruise control. Made it to Salt Lake City, Utah just in time to catch the tail end of the sunset overlooking the Great Salt Lake. So beautiful, but the Salt Lake is rather stinky. Got checked into our hotel. We are staying one night at the Ramada near Temple Square. Small hiccup when we got to our room key wouldn't work, but it was a quick fix. We decided to drive down towards Temple Square to go to the mall because I saw they have a Disney store and a Johnny Rockets, and I love them both. We bought a new Minnie Mouse Halloween shirt on clearance and a Nightmare Before Christmas journal. Ate dinner at Johnny Rockets, then decided it was too busy and way too crowded to go to Temple Square. They had a free concert going on that night. So we came back to our hotel, showered, and are going to bed. Good night. Total mile drive time today was 550 miles. Day 3, November 3rd, 2019. Good morning. Today we plan to see many things and I am excited. But first things first, coffee. Ooh, that's a good idea. Coffee. All right. Had some hotel breakfast, then checked out of the Ramada. What are you doing? Spending the morning looking for random filming locations from movies we enjoy that were filmed around Salt Lake City. We stopped by the homes of Scotty Smalls and Benny Rodriguez from the 1993 movie The Sandlot, East High from the Disney movie High School Musical, and Leahy Roller Mills from the 1984 movie Footloose, starring a very young Kevin Bacon. We stopped in Harriman, Utah to see the real-life Up House. As a huge Disney fan, I absolutely loved this stop. Next stop was East Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery to pay respects to actor Clark Gable III, grandson of legendary Gone with the Wind actor by the same name. Back on the road, heading to Capitol Reef National Park. What a gorgeous drive. Words cannot express just how majestic and incredible the views are. After Capitol Reef, we drove to Goblin Valley, which was all sorts of awesome and so much fun to explore and watch the sunset from. We ended our night in Moab, Utah, where we have a cabin rental for 4 nights at the Moab Valley RV Resort. The cabin is so cute, very cozy. Double bed, shower, bathroom, mini fridge, microwave, coffee maker, just the right amount of everything we need for our stay here. We arrived at dark, so I can't see, but I can't wait to wake up and see the place in the morning. They have so much fun here. English, whatever. So many, I guess I should have said they have so many fun things here. Swimming pool, hot tub, giant checkers and chess, a mini golf putting area, grocery store, and so much more that my brain can't remember at this time. After we arrived and unpacked our stuff from the car, we drove into town to a grocery store to buy food for breakfast and creamer for coffee in the morning because that's a must. Then we did Wendy's drive-thru for dinner. Now time to unwind, clean up, maybe unpack a few things and get some sleep. I am one very tired girl, but it's all so worth it. Today was great and so beautiful. Tomorrow will be even better. See you then. Good night. Day 4, November 4th, 2019. Bless you. Woke up early, made breakfast and coffee, opened cabin door, and oh my God, the view, so amazing. We spent the morning driving and hiking around Arches National Park, came back to the cabin for lunch, and I recorded a quick walk around resort tour of Moab Valley RV Resort. Drove out to Castle Valley to see the rectory. This is where John Bon Jovi filmed his music video for Blaze of Glory for the Young Guns 2 movie. We visited a small free movies and cowboys museum, stopped at Hole in Rock, which was a fun, wacky roadside attraction type place with weird stuff everywhere, including a petting zoo, nice gift shop. Oh, and a nice gift shop. That sounded weird. Punctuation is key. We drove out to Needles Overlook for the sunset, which was so beautiful in that area. The landscape was just crazy beautiful. Just wow. You'll notice I say that a lot. Really hope the time-lapse turns out, fingers crossed. Back at the cabin, we made a fire and cooked up some dinner, and now it's time to pull footage off cameras, recharge batteries, shower, and go to bed. We have another fun-filled day of travel adventures tomorrow. Day 5, November 5th, 2019. Good morning. Let's skip making hot water for French press camping coffee and drive into town to treat ourselves to Starbucks. I need stronger caffeine today. It's going to be a busy day of driving and seeing some more amazing sights. Today we go into part of Colorado for the day to see Mesa Verde. I've never been to Colorado before, so I get to add another new state to the places I've been. How fun! Stopped and saw Newspaper Rock. Stopped for a quick photo along the road in front of an old sign that says Marie's Place, and mooed at some cows alongside the road. We did see a lot of cows on that trip. Drove into Colorado and visited Mesa Verde National Park. Did a little hiking, stopped for lunch somewhere in Colorado for, it was Burger King drive-through. And then on to the Four Corners Monument, where we were in 4 states at one time: Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. We bought a couple souvenirs, then back on the road to Monument Valley. Sky! Oh no! The cat jumped on the outside of my fort, and the sky is falling. Oh gosh, okay. Shh. It's okay, Shorty, it's okay. It's fixed. Whew. I lost my place, though. Okay, we bought souvenirs in Monument Valley. No, we didn't buy souvenirs in Monument Valley. We bought souvenirs in Four Corners. Okay, we're back on the road to Monument Valley. Interruptions, my goodness. We stopped at Forrest Gump Point, where Forrest stopped running in the movie Forrest Gump, just in time to catch some of the sunset. We also stopped at Gooseneck State Park for an amazing, breathtaking view of the canyons. Just wow! Utah is so beautiful. Back to Moab to our cabin for the night. Cooked up tamales for dinner. Watched some of my friend Scott's YouTube live stream, Scott on Tape. Then got ready for bed so we can have another fun-filled day of adventure again tomorrow. Good night. What are you doing? Day 6, November 6, 2019. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. This week is going so fast. We have another full day of seeing some amazing sights today. First things first though, coffee. We drove out to Canyonlands and did some hiking and saw some epic views. Went to Dead Horse Point State Park and saw the cliff where Thelma and Louise drove a 1966 Ford Thunderbird into the canyon in the 1991 movie starring Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. Gorgeous park, amazing canyon views. We went into Moab for lunch and a little souvenir shopping. Found state-shaped magnets for an amazing price, so Pete and I gathered one from each state we have been to, and we'll work on a magnet board to display them on eventually. Then we'll order more online as we travel to new states. Bucket list. We came back to the cabin early to just relax and slowly start packing some things up. This is our last night in the cabin and in Moab, Utah. Kind of sad, but also a day closer to seeing my little shorty dog and Sky Kitty. Off to shower, then bed early, feeling really tired, and long drive day tomorrow. Day 7, November 7th, 2019. Good morning. This is our last morning here in Moab, Utah, and in this adorable cabin. The plan is to eat breakfast, have some coffee, wash dishes, pack up the car, and check out hopefully by 8 a.m. the latest. It's roughly a 3.5-hour drive to Salt Lake City, where we want to do a few things we didn't have time to get to earlier in the week. Then it's on to our hotel in Boise, Idaho for the night. It's going to be a long day on the road. We plan to record a road trip tag video for my YouTube channel, and I'll crochet some more mini Harry Potter scarves to turn into ornaments for my Etsy shop for the holidays. First stop was in Crescent Junction to see this weird beef jerky location store gas station that had some replica cars from Cars and a Scooby-Doo mystery machine. Then, further down the road, we saw a giant watermelon wacky weird roadside attraction thingy. Then we made stops for gas, bathroom breaks, etc. Made it to Salt Lake City and stopped at Walgreens to get photos printed of the postcard I created from random photos from this trip to mail to family, friends, and a few viewers of my YouTube channel. We stopped and walked around Temple Square, got a smoothie at Nordstrom's E-Bar, then back on the road to Antelope Island State Park. We saw about 4 bison and toured part of a ranch. Back on the road to head to Boise for the night, staying at the Roadway Inn by the airport. We stopped along the way and mailed the postcards. Got all checked into our hotel, then went and had a late dinner at Applebee's before coming back to our room at the Roadway Inn for the night. It has been a very, very long day. We are both so tired. Off to bed. Last day of our road trip is tomorrow. We leave Boise, Idaho, and head home to Portland, Oregon. Looking forward to seeing my girls, Sky and Shorty. Good night. Day 8, November 8, 2019. Last day of road trip. After some breakfast, we check out of the Roadway Inn in Boise, Idaho, and hit the long road home. Not as long on the road as yesterday, but still a long drive back to Oregon. Missing my little dog like crazy. She is going to freak out with excitement when we get back. And she did. This trip is the first time both Pete and I have been away for a long period of time at the same time since we got Shorty 1.5 years ago. I crocheted some more during the long drive, made it to Oregon, stopped for gas and snacks and more coffee, stopped at the Stonehenge replica and Multnomah Falls in the gorge before coming home, just to stretch our legs and potty breaks. First thing when we get home is to visit the dog. Shorty was so excited to see us, unpacked the car, ordered pizza, caught up on watching a few shows, then cleaned up and got ready for bed. Super fun road trip. Looking forward to planning the next adventure journey. See you soon. There you go. So this is series 2 of my Campfire Diaries, where I read journal entries from the previous travels that I've done. This was so much fun. I really hope you enjoyed my story time, playing make-believe with me, pretending like we're camping under the clouds in my blanket fort / photographer edition, using backdrops. This was a blast. I'm feeling silly. Yes, I'm starting to have cabin fever. I miss going out and having adventures. But hey, if you can't get out and have an adventure, create one for yourself like I did inside. Just use your imagination. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.